to show you my morning routine. I usually do this on dry skin to begin with, and then I add some moisture a little later. So I freshly cleansed my face, and I'm going to use one of my favorite tools, the number 252 small brush and the smooth cylinder on the other side. I love using this tool for wrinkles, especially deeper wrinkles in through the number 11 area and in through the forehead. So the idea of using it on clean, dry skin is because the 252 can actually act as a little bit of a fascia tool. It can, dive deeper into some of those areas. But you'll see that I do add a little bit of facial oil afterwards to give a little bit more slip factor and also help penetrate those deep nutrients. So if your skin is super dry, you can also put on a toner and then use this technique after on the skin as well. So I'm going to start with the brush side. Okay, this is a little bit more of the yang side in terms of this tool. And what I'm going to do is work out the wrinkle starting from the bottom of the wrinkle. So I know that the ocular muscles come around here, and then you have some muscles coming upwards. So I'm going to get into these ones here first, and then look at working the muscular structure going up. So I'm going to start by placing my tool on the bottom side here of the wrinkle, and I'm just going to grab in a little bit, and it's not a ton of pressure. I've really just kind of latched it in the skin a little bit, and then I'm gently pulling over top of the entire wrinkle. And I do this in a very slow fashion. I don't want to damage the skin, I don't want to hurt myself, and I want to get the best results. So this first part here is a little bit slower. You will see that you'll have a little bit of tracks on the face visually, but don't worry, those will come out right away. I'm going to do the other side here. So I start on the bottom part of the wrinkle, and then I come up all the way through, and I'm just kind of coming to the other side of the wrinkle, or about a tool width above my eyebrow here. Okay, so now I've done the tracking part on my eyes, and now I just do a nice little kneading motion on my skin in that same area. I cover this whole entire surface area in a very soft kneading motion. Okay, and this is really just looking to strengthen the muscle and retrain the muscle to the directions that I want them to go. Okay, very cool. Then what I'm going to do is turn my tool around and give a nice, I call this side the steam roller. So I'm giving it a nice steam roll. I'm finding I've got a little notch here, so I'm trying to steamroll it out. So we've gone a little bit in a vertical fashion. So now I'm going to go over in through the entire eyebrow. So I place my tool in the crevice of the eyebrow, and nice and slowly I'm going to pull through the eyebrow. So you can see I'm just going very slow. I've grabbed onto the fascia. You can definitely use your other hand. Right now I'm supported because I'm sitting doing this, but if I was standing, I would maybe use my other hand a little more. Okay, so you can see that I am going over this just a couple of times because I feel like it's a little bit more juicy. I feel some tenderness is in through here, which is pretty common because it's also an extremely beneficial insomnia point in through this first part of the eyebrow. Okay, so then I'm going to come over to the other side, grab into the eyebrow here, and I'm pulling straight out through the eyebrow. If the tissue in your eyebrow feels too sluggish to go through, just pause. It's kind of like rolling out your muscles. So just pause and it will slowly release. You don't need to be aggressive with this. I just hold it there and then it just kind of starts to melt. The muscles really give way and I pull it through, and I'm just gonna repeat that a couple of times here. Okay, oh, that's feeling really good. As you guessed it, I'm gonna turn it around and I'm going to steamroller right through the eyebrow area, giving some nice pressure into any areas of tension. If you have pretty deep lines here, you can actually also go in another up direction. You grab onto the facial structure here and you just pull up as far as you can go. This is where I do also add in a second hand to hold the skin a little taut, and as you go up, just nice and gentle, nice and slow. I'm applying consistently pleasurable pressure as I come, and I love to go out through the hairline. I find it super essential to do. So then I would repeat on the other side, and I'm going to just go nice and slow. Again, you can see that I have some tracks in my skin, but that's pretty typical of wrinkly skin. You know, weaker muscles are not as supple, but this is going to return that suppleness and that sort of youthfulness to the skin. So now that I have that, I'm going to again do some nice little kneading and brushing onto the skin. Do some nice kneading in a crosshatch fashion all the way up, and then repeat on the other side. Very good. Good. And then you guessed it, I'm going to turn around and give my forehead in through here. A beautiful steamrolling session. I love this smooth cylinder, especially after doing some of this work. The tool in itself is extremely complementary to itself. And I always like to go in a crosshatch fashion. Okay, pretty simple, but that is how I would work out my number.